Hi, my name is Mike. I'm one of the ADI from M&M Driving School here in Glasgow, Scotland. Today we're talking about emerging and turning. Emerging, if you don't know about emerging, emerging is you come out of the gateway, and turning is from main road. You go into a side street. It's called turning. So today we'll try to explain about this. So when you come out of the gateway or you're turning in, you follow the same procedures. The procedure we use is MSPSL routine. So stand for mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look for a safe gap. And as we're trying to explain that through the book, I've got a book here for right. If you want to check that, if you can see, hopefully you see that. And that's for left side. But I'll look at the book and explain that to make it easier for you. Okay. So we'll start from mirrors. So you're supposed to go, when you go right, you check interior mirror first. When you check interior, make sure there's no one behind. If someone behind, you need to brake early, gently, slowly, just to show him the brake lights. As when you brake lights are on. Now he know you're braking. So as you see brake lights, he will brake as well. He will respond early as well. So if you respond early, he will respond early. He won't come too close behind. So that's what we're supposed to do if someone behind close. Mostly people don't come too close behind, but sometimes some people are a bit closer behind. So give a bit of a warning to brake a bit gently, slowly braking. A bit earlier than normal if you see someone behind close. And that's what we're supposed to check in mirror to see what's the position of the vehicle behind. So many people just know that why we check interior mirrors, and that's the reason why we check interior mirrors to see how close is the vehicle behind, and according to that you can brake. Now if you go right, you check interior and right mirrors, so both mirrors. You check right mirror just in case someone is overtaking, like sometimes two lanes, you need to come to right lane. But before you come to right lane, you need to check, make sure right lane is clear for you, and then you slowly come to right lane. That's supposed to, when you go right, you're supposed to come to right lane, but make sure it's safe for you to come to right lane, and then you come to right lane. So, if you go left, you check interior, then left mirror. Left mirror, but the reason for that is that sometimes cyclists are more visible in the left, in the side mirrors, especially the left side. Cyclists are more visible because they usually have a small lane to the left side. They're more visible in the left mirror compared to interior mirrors. They're usually not behind you like cars. They're usually at the left side of the road. They got a small lane, so mostly they're visible. You suppose there's a cyclist there, you don't check properly, you come closer, you knock him down. So you need to be careful about the cyclist in the left mirror. So if you go left, you check interior mirror first, then you check left mirror. If you go right, you check interior, then right mirror. You can move your head or you can move your eyes, whichever is easy for you. So mostly people move their eyes just with a blink of their eyes to check interior mirror. For the side mirrors, you can move your head or you can move your eyes. Both are acceptable. So that's what we're supposed to do, all this procedure for the test or for your general driving, to keep it more safe. It's all about the safety. And when you go to the test exam, look for the safety most of the time. So every junction, when you go right, you check interior right mirror. It's a T-junction, crossroad, roundabout. Everywhere you go, you check the mirrors first. And right? So if you go straight, you're supposed to check only interior mirror. Then after the mirrors is signals. So signal in the correct timing. So suppose you go left, so if you signal too early, people think behind you're parking. So they might trying to overtake in the wrong places. They will come in front of you to make it a bit tighter space for you, and then you need to brake to keep you more distance from him. So signal the correct timings, and not too early, not too late as well. So suppose you signal too late, and you give him very tight warning, very less warning, so he can't change the lane. Suppose you're going right, give him enough warning so he can slowly change the lane to right. Like usually learners are a bit slow to judge the gap. But if you're a bit slow, you left him enough space he can go, so he won't stay behind you to make it easier for you. You won't go under pressure. Okay, so that's for right and left, both sides, about 8 cars length. So not too early, not too late as well. So that is for emerging and turning. If you can see, the earlier and the other one was for turning, but we'll talk about both of them anyway. Okay, so after that is position. So when you go right, you need to come close to the line. So if you go right, be close to the line. So the reason for that is there's someone coming behind you. Sometimes lanes are quite wide enough, so you give him enough space. If you want to go left, he can go, so you don't block the road behind. And if you go right, you come to right lane, close to the right side, so there's enough space for him on the left side to go. If you're two lanes, you take the right lane if you go right. If you go left, the left lane. So if you go straight to the crossroad, so suppose the crossroad, most of the time you take a left lane. But it depends on the road. So after the crossroad, if it's parked cars from the gateway, you need to take a right lane. So it depends on the junction, or it depends on the traffic light or the roundabout. The left is always left, right is always right. The straight, very few occasions it changes. Very few occasions. Most of the time it's left side. That's your position. The speed is the beaver brake. No, it's all about the coasting as well. So for those who don't know what's coasting, coasting is you press the clutch down and then brake. That's called coasting. So, if you don't know what's coasting, coasting is the car approach too fast towards the gateway. If you press the clutch down, so the car on the main road, they might think you come out, or you brake hard. If you brake hard, it might skid. You will stop too late. You end up too late of the gateway. So that's why you're supposed to brake a wee bit, just a wee bit brake, a wee bit more, cars a wee bit slow, then press the clutch down. So basically engine help you to brake as well, so you prevent yourself from coasting. So that's called coasting. So always brake a wee bit everywhere. Brake a wee bit first, cars a wee bit slow, then clutch down. Then you stop the correct place. You can look both sides clearly. So suppose you stop too early, then you won't be able to see clearly. Then you're supposed to go a bit more just to check properly. You can see if it's clear. But then it takes a bit of time. So if there's traffic behind, you brake early, you stop early. The car behind will stop early as well. So he will expect you to move to go. But you need to stop again to check again. So you're taking a bit of time. So you're supposed to stop in one go at the correct place. So you can quickly check, quickly go. Because mostly people don't wait for behind you. So stop the correct places. So judging the gap. Judging the gap, the easy way to judge the gap is if you can walk across in front of a car, you can drive across as a pedestrian. If you can walk across in front of a car, that means enough space in the car. Suppose you're in the car and you check right and you see a car, he's slow, he's far, there's enough space to walk across as a pedestrian. You can drive across as well. That's what you're supposed to do by the book. If you can walk across, you can drive across. That's for only traffic coming from right side. If you suppose you go right. Now, if you go right and dealing with the traffic in the left side, you need to do a double time. So you merge. If you can walk across and back, then you join the lane. And the reason for that, because you're joining his lane, you give it a leg up speed. He's coming behind you, so make sure he doesn't catch you. You suppose he catch you, so he's not paying attention. Sometimes people are not paying attention. They go on the main road. They won't expect you to come in front of him. So suppose he's not braking, he will come in the back. So you don't want that. Now, sometimes if you're busy, both roads, you go to a junction that's very busy from both sides. Then you look for a last car between the two sides. Like suppose someone's coming from right side, and there's a big queue from left side as well. Now keep a clutch down, hold the brake, and looking for the last car between the two sides. Now suppose at one point traffic from right is finished, there's no one coming from right, and the traffic coming from left side, the last car is nearly away from you. So you bring it to biting point, hold the brake. As soon as the last car is nearly away, so off the brake, press a wee bit of gas, and you can go quickly. And that make it easier. So you show from both sides, you look for the last car. So last car, nearly away, then you bring it to biting point, and as soon as he is away from you, then you can slowly move off. That's make it easier. The same for left side as well. So if you go left, you're looking for the last car, but for left side, mostly you're checking both sides. So for left, you need to be checking both sides as well, because sometimes you go left, it's parked cars. So make sure there's no parked cars. If it's parked cars, then you're supposed to steer a wee bit less, you go a wee bit around him. So that's why you check left side as well, so not only right. But you're waiting for only right side, or if you go left. Again, enough space if you can walk across and come back for left side, then you join his lane. So make sure it doesn't come in front, you don't come in front of him. And that's what we're supposed to. So that's for emerging. Now for left side, emerging, you're supposed to steer a bit left before you stop at the very last second. For left side, when you go left, you're supposed to steer a quarter of the steering before you stop, the very end. So that will make it easier to do the steering. Now you need to steer properly as well. So a lot of people I see people do crossroad. Yeah, so some people cross road like cross the hands like that. Some people cross the hands like that. Then you're supposed to do pull push method. So you need to learn this method as well. So if you want to learn this method, so you keep both hands steering wheel. So the right goes on the top. Bring it down with the right hand and bring it up with the left hand. Brisk steering. So pull push method. That's what you normally do for left and right. For everywhere, you're supposed to do a pull push method to steer the wheel. So to make it easier. For left side, usually because it's a sharp bend, so you need to steer a quarter before you stop. And the left side only, not for right. Only for left side, you need to steer a quarter before you stop. That will make it easier. You can go in your space, even if it's a sharp junction. You can go in your space nice and easy. Okay, so that's enough.